How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is the first episode of Patapon Free. This game has an autosave feature. It does. I believe this game came out in 2011. It's the first Patapon game. I was supposed to play a puzzle game this time around, and I decided that I'm gonna play a rhythm game instead. Some unconventional game, not just a 3D platformer or anything like that. Jesus Christ, it's loud. I gotta lower the fucking volume. It's gonna break my fucking eardrums. Damn, this intro's badass. I recorded this game using a PCSSDP emulator, so it's probably the first game on my channel I recorded that way. I've recorded it off of a Steam Deck. I haven't even edited any of these episodes yet. I just simply fucking love this game, by the way. I'm not playing this just because I played Patapon 1 and 2 and now I need to play the third one. I'm playing this because I fucking love this game. And I think it's long overdue since I was supposed to play it. And you know what? Right now, when I started this Let's Play, I had no hopes for a Patapon 3 remaster to come out. Because there was a Patapon 1 and 2 remaster for the 10th anniversary of those games, but there never has been a Patapon 3 remaster for some reason. But they've recently added Patapon 3 to PlayStation Classic Collection, or whatever it's called, on PlayStation Plus. So, if I wanted to, I could record it from a PlayStation, but it's kind of, in my eyes, it's kind of pointless the way I record these games, because the PlayStation version is going to look the same as this one. Yes, this cutscene is going to be just as blurry on the PlayStation version, because it's a game taken from the PSP. And when you play PSP games on the PlayStation Plus collection, it's also just emulation. So it's the same results, pretty much. And it doesn't matter whether I record it from a Steam Deck emulator or an emulator on PlayStation, because I'll have to record footage first and commentary later. I'm not playing the game right now, I'm just watching my own footage from a while ago. Because this game is impossible to fucking play and do commentary at the same time. It's a rhythm game. Hero's Pledge. The Patapons are in need. I take the form of a hero. So I may guide them to their rightful destiny. As it has been the time before, I brandish my holy drum. I'll use it only for good to help the Patapon save this endangered world. Whatever challenges may await us, whatever danger may befall us, I shall call upon allies from parallel worlds and never abandon the fight. This is my pledge. I will not call upon heroes from alternative realities because I didn't use the online feature. This game has a lot of emphasis on the online feature. Shazam, so you have come. But I didn't use it because that's a lot of stuff you have to set up for it to work on an emulator. You are the Patapon God, aren't you? What was it? I can't remember your fucking name, man. What was my name? Well, one and only great almighty Oro. Couldn't spell with lowercase letters for some fucking reason, but whatever. Oro. Shazam. That was my name in Patapon 1 and 2. That of truth I know not, but of fate I shall speak. I think this is meant to be Silver Hoshipon. Your arrival was meant to be the fate of the world depends on a hero whom only you can revive. Remember the hero Patapon from Patapon 2? And now the choice is yours. O spirit, help this hero grow. Lend us your strength. There's gonna be a lot of reading, and I can't quite speak, so you get to choose which Patapon hero you want to play as. When I was a kid, I always chose the Archer Patapon, but for this playthrough, I'm going to choose the shield-wielding Patapon, OrosZ. For the lives of my compatriots, I shall give up my own. The shield hero. He's pretty badass. I am not flashy, but expert loves me, and I fearlessly cover the front line. Accept my shield as your destiny. His gimmick is that when you try to block as him, he becomes just invulnerable to everything. So he becomes invincible as long as you're guarding. A wise choice. No turning back now, Shazam. You and the hero are now one. One soul with one name. Together you shall be called Oro. So not only did I chose the name for myself as a god of Patapons, I also chose the name for a hero. Is it okay as your name? Yeah, sure, it's okay. In the previous Patapon games, you could only input a 3-letter long name for some reason, like in a fucking high score screen. But in this game you could choose a longer name, but I decided to stick with the one for the previous games. Very well, take this and breathe life into the hero's soul. I'm also recording really late because I was recovering from a hangover this entire fucking day. It's a long story, I told it in a different video, I told it in a Yakuza episode. I got a monster here called Rio Punch. It's pretty good. Or it's fruity. I have another one, but I'm not gonna open it just yet. Whoops. I had to lower the volume. This game is not only loud on my ears, it's also loud when I was playing it. Ouch, my fucking... Pawn is the bravery drum. Press circle to strike pawn in time with the rhythm of the earth. Yep. Drum and rhythm. Screen border flashes white in time with the rhythm of the earth. Press a button in time with the rhythm and take your first step towards leading the Patapons. Drum the rhythm, get your groove. Also, recently we had the Coming of ORO. There's our episode name. Hell yeah. Such cold rain. The legend revived. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what the fuck happened at the end of Patapon 2. An honorable frozen still. I think we opened up a box. Only one hope remains. Pandora's box, or whatever the fuck. And I guess it turned the Patapons into stone. I thought we were supposed to reach the end, the world's end, but that might have been the plot of Patapon 2, 1. I don't remember, man. I don't remember what happened in the previous Patapon games. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me. The time has come. Reincarnate Honorable Oro. Hark the rhythm of earth. The bravery drum. It's a fucking rhythm game. And if I were to do a let's play of this, I would basically be quiet most of the time. Because try to fucking play a rhythm and also not get lost by trying to read dialogue and also comment on what's happening. Am I alive? No. Great Oro, I am Silver Hoshipon, bearer of truth. That's Silver Hoshipon. I'm pretty sure that was the guy talking to us. What on earth happened? Yeah, I don't know. Behold your brothers turns to stone after breaking the seal of the forbidden vessel and releasing a great evil upon this land. I guess that's what happened in Patapon 2? I don't remember. I could rewatch my Let's Play of it if I wanted. You are here by oath, reborn as the essence of Oro. I love the third game the most, actually, out of all of them. It's the most different one. Patapon 2 feels like an upgrade to Patapon 1, but Patapon 3 genuinely feels like a new game. Because in Patapon 3, instead of having a big army of Patapons, you only have 4 Patapons. But by the end of the game, you have 4 fucking badass Patapons instead of a bunch that don't do anything. Go quickly, last Patapon be gobbled up. Patapon. Patapon only strikes Pata. Gotta get fever. In this tutorial level, you only have to press pawn. There are 3 purified heroes. The spirits of Tate, Yari, and Yumi will lend you your strength. Whatever. Maybe if this dialogue box didn't flutter left and right, it would be easier to read. Bound by oath, Ton Yaripon, by the spirit of Gan, whatever the fuck. Oh, Patapon, have you found Great Oro? I certainly have. There I am. Guy with the shield and the sword. So now we have a spear-wielding Patapon. Join our party. Shin Yaripon. By the spirit of Van Patapon awaken. Great Oro, all hail the power of the Holy Drum. That's another shield Patapon. He's gonna be our homie. You poor thing, Lady Medin. Remember Medin? We took her stone body, I guess. Well, we were lacking an archer. By the oath, Yaripon. By the spirit of Don whatever the fuck. Don Salieri. There you go, the whole party's together. Archers in the back, spearmen in the middle, the shield Patapons up front. See, because we're getting a perfect rhythm every time, our shields are bigger, I don't know if you noticed. But that means we actually get more defense when we get perfect rhythm. Better believe I get perfect rhythm because I'm a master of this fucking game. No, actually, I can kind of spoil you because I already recorded like 20 episodes of this game. Our last missing drum. Cool. I've recorded like 20 episodes at this point, and I can tell you that I get really shitty towards like episode 20 something. Like my Patapons just don't have good enough equipment to deal with what's ahead. And I've recorded a lot of episodes where all I do is get my ass kicked, and then I deleted those episodes. Decided that why would I upload episodes where I lose? So I only upload the episodes where I win and actually make progress. But keep in mind, there's a lot of episodes in between where I just simply didn't fucking do anything. I just went into a level, died. This game's fucking difficult. I beat it before about half a year ago. I just kind of had an urge to play Patapon. So I decided I'm gonna play it. I have it downloaded on my fucking Steam Deck, I'm just gonna play it. It plays fucking perfectly on the Steam Deck. It's like the Steam Deck was made to play Patapon. But quest completed, nice. But each command is 4 strikes except for the summons, which are 5. On a single measure of 4 beats, Patapon is one measure, army marches the next measure, issue commands. This game's fucking great. Rescued by Silver Hoshipon, OrosZ forces arrive at the cave hideout once occupied by the 4 great champions of Patapon lore. I'm honestly not familiar with the Patapon lore too much. I feel like it's a load of bullshit anyway. Something about prophecies and how Patapons are religious zealots and stuff, and they kill everyone who gets in their way. You know what's the funniest thing about this game's story? Is that it seems like it's a side story, and the 4th game was supposed to get back on track with the main story, but we never got a 4th game. This game was the hideout of the 4 great champions of legend. Hideout? From this base you shall grow strong. Like, we got a new base and everything, instead of having the same one as we did in the previous Patapons. This game feels like a genuine sequel, instead of how Patapon 2 felt like Patapon 1 Plus or something. Let's have a look inside. Brilliant, let's go. What's this? Look, there was already a Patapon at our hideout. Look at this, it's huge. Here's the master open. Wait, where'd you go? Where'd it go? Maybe I spent a little too much on some of these bubbles. Sorry, we just couldn't resist. Anyway, this leads to the world map where you can choose quests. That's that guy with the binocular. That's our scout Patapon. Sometimes he finds secret bosses, and when he does, you can go into a secret boss fight. Which you're way too weak to do so far. So honestly, so far he's kind of useless. He's more useful towards the end when you can actually take on these bosses. Take it slowly and complete quests to gain strength by leveling up. This game definitely uses a lot of, like, you have to redo previous fights, because if you don't, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Great Oro, the one guided by Oro. What? Don't rush. Now you must build up power by completing quests. You level up, get better equipment. Beautiful weather, all clear on the front. Scope. Very observant. Sakapon reads the stars from this lookout tower to warn you of danger. How did he get turned back from stone? We didn't took him. I see it. He sees what? A giant silver star hiding the moon. A strange beard. Looks to me more like a mustache. He's right. I fucking love this game. There's our barracks where we choose our equipment and skills. You can even pick skills for the Patapons. What the fuck? Changing equipment or class and create a party here in the barracks. Also, I will not be sticking with the current Patapon classes. My Patapon hero, the one with the shield, later becomes a Patapon with a big hammer, which is who's badass as fuck. Well, we have some new stuff. Nice. Colorful equipment. I don't remember getting these items, but I guess I did. Our spear Patapon becomes... Our spear-wielding Patapon becomes a horse-riding Patapon. Our shield Patapon, like the normal shield Patapon, he becomes also a big Patapon with a hammer. Later with an axe. But you have to unlock the ability to wield axes. Here's where you change classes. I haven't unlocked any of them yet, but you know, we will once we hit level 3, I believe. Or 7, I can't remember. Team Totem. I don't know what the fuck. What's this? I think it's for when you play online. This is the Team Totem, which according to legend is, sorry. Like to an outer world when one can enlist heroes and use multiplayer to create teams with other heroes. Guess when you play multiplayer, this is where your friends would show up and you can play up to 4 teams. Or maybe part of the reason why there's only 4 Patapons in this game is because you can have a team made of only hero Patapons if you play online. I don't know, but the Team Totem can only be used by the hero. Armory is where you sell your stuff. Oh yes, that's impressive. Check inventory and sell unneeded items here in the armory. I have my previous save file from this game, and I'm going for the same setup because having the Tateraza, no wait, that's my current Patapon's name. The Patapon I will have later. His special ability is that if you hit a perfect attack command, it has to be perfect. He'll start spinning and dealing a massive amount of fucking damage, and he'll move forward as well. And thanks to that ridiculous ability that he has, he'll actually be able to exploit one of the levels that you're supposed to do in multiplayer, but thanks to his attack, you'll actually be able to do that level by yourself, which will later become incredibly useful to me, because that's where I'll get most of the really good equipment from. Like currently, all I'm really doing, I'm not even recording any episodes, I'm just doing that one level over and over, just to get some better loot and a badass team of Patapons. But you have to hit level 20 first, because if you try to do it earlier than level 20, you're just bound to get your ass kicked. To advance, Patapon to attack. If you do this really well, you will actually get a new song. There's a hidden song command. Yeah, so Patapon is to walk forward, is to attack, and there's a hidden command, but you have to unlock it first. I believe you unlock it in this level, and it's Patapon. That command just simply allows you to pause the game. It may sound useless, but it's not. Especially when you're trying to play a fucking high-focus rhythm game where you have to really focus on what you're doing, and then someone walks in asking you for shit. Or asking questions. I can't even answer questions while I'm playing this game. This game requires like 100% of my focus. You know what, I cannot look at my team being this fucking shitty. All we have are swords. Though I gotta say, spear throwing Patapons and the archer Patapon are pretty good. Like, you can probably beat the whole game with them, but the fucking shield Patapons, I don't know, I don't really like them. I know a lot of people do, but me personally, I prefer some of the hammer Patapons. Though I would love to do a playthrough of this game with completely different Patapons. Maybe in the future I'll play through this game again. As a kid, I used to have a team. I remember my most prominent team, and my hero Patapon was an upgraded archer Patapon. Not the archer Patapon you saw at the beginning, but later you get like an upgraded version of who looks like a hedgehog. and he shoots the ball really fast. And he can also wield a crossbow later. He shoots it really, really fast. My archer Patapon was turned into a wizard Patapon with the sole purpose of being able to heal my team. And I gotta say, even though I'm describing it like that, that was not a very good setup. I didn't get through the game. I never beat this game as a kid. My first time beating it was that half a year ago, like I told you, that I decided to replay this game. And man, was it a headache. I straight up decided to go back to Dark Souls because I thought it was easier than this game. Look, I got a wooden chest. They contain shitty items. I think this unique bird we just saw, the one that with like golden patterns, if you kill it, he's the one, I think, he's the one who gives you the secret song I mentioned. Also, if you get perfect commands, I believe you walk slightly longer distance than if you get shitty commands, but I'm pretty sure I was getting perfect commands every time. Yeah, so my spear Patapon became a wizard Patapon. My bow Patapon became a wizard Patapon. My spear Patapon was a horse rider. I feel like that's just every time I play this game, I just turn him into a horse rider. And my Patapon, my normal Patapon with the shield, he became one that wielded like a huge fucking shield. Just so enemies wouldn't do shit to me. I'll get the fuck out of here, Civilization 6, motherfucker. Should have turned off theme while I was recording this. Also, I don't know why, but the game kind of appears like when you play on a PSP emulator, the screen isn't like going full screen. Because I guess if this game had full screen, it would look shittier because, you know, the resolution of the PSP wasn't all that big. Maybe that's the reason why this emulator displays the screen kind of like with black bars around it. I don't know, but I recorded like over 20 episodes like this, so at this point I guess it's too late. Is this on fire? This is your blacksmith. Forge magic weapons to boost level. You can only upgrade basic equipment, so if you find a legendary item, an orange one, or an epic item, a purple one, actually I'm not sure which one is which, but the rarity of items is that you have these shitty default items that just, their names are just like in black. You can find slightly better items, which names are in like pink or something. They're often items that just have like slight boosts. For example, you can find Repel Spear Flame that would also deal flame damage. By the way, eventually I decided to go all in on a Flame Spear for my Spear Patapon, and that was the worst fucking idea in this entire playthrough because fire element in this game is very double-sided. So I used to play this game a lot as a kid. It was the Patapon game I played. I only later started playing 1 and 2. And Patapon 1 was one of my earliest Let's Plays I did on this channel. And like years after that, I did Patapon 2. And now years after Patapon 2, I decided to finally get around to Patapon 3. Which, by the way, this episode is going to come out today. I meant to record this yesterday and upload it for tomorrow, but like I said, I was out drinking all yesterday. And this episode's fucking 44 minutes, goddamn. Here you can witness what exactly is the hero's Patapon specialty. His specialty is guarding. He says something and now our team is perfectly guarded. We take no damage. But you have to input perfect commands for it to keep up. If you fail and you get a shitty command, then you will actually lose it and you'll have to input another perfect command. But that's the thing, cool, we're all protected, but we're not dealing any fucking damage. We're just standing there taking it. The Patapon hero Archer, he does when you get a perfect attack command with him, he starts shooting his bow really fast, and all of his arrows deal explosions. Like, they do explosive damage when they land on the ground, which is pretty awesome. I believe the Spear Patapon does the same thing. Or maybe the spear Patapon throws his spears and it deals explosions, while the archer Patapon just simply starts shooting really fast. Yeah, I kind of fucking fucked up. I didn't notice that he'd asked me to do Pon Pon Patapon for the second wave. I thought the second wave already begun. Yeah, whatever. So I played a bunch of Patapon 3, while my friend was the one who I landed Patapon 1 and 2 from. But after playing 3, I just found 1 and 2 to be not as good versions of Patapon 3. I didn't like how you actually had a huge army, because, for example, even in my Let's Play of Patapon 1 and 2, I believe as well, by the end of the game, I had this one Patapon in my army who was completely useless, because his equipment just didn't do shit against the enemies towards the end of the game. Because I just simply never found anything good for him. But in this game, because you only have 4 Patapons, oh, I finally realized. Man, I'm so stupid. I thought something broke. There you go. 3 perfect commands in a row, and he triggers his attack. I mean, you don't have to get 3 in a row, you just have to get 1. But you can only trigger the special when you have a fever, and the fastest way to get a fever is get 3 perfect commands in a row. Yeah, so as a kid I played this one a lot. I never beat it, I got about halfway through it, and then that's when the game got really hard, and I kept replaying previous stages, and I just simply never got anything good enough to actually let me progress past that. And upon playing it half a year ago, I realized that even if I did pass, like, the moment that I got stuck on as a kid, this game gets even more fucking difficult towards the end. I honestly don't think I would have ever beaten it. Ooh, a silver chest. Or a steel chest. I don't know, I often just call it the gray chest. So there's 4 levels of chests. Actually 5, but I never found the 5th one because it's like exclusive to some multiplayer levels. That 5th one is where you get like the most overpowered endgame equipment. And I'm never gonna get a single one of these items because you have to do multiplayer for that. I should have quit, you know, because I'm about to die. Look at the onslaught of cannonballs fucking me up. My hero Patapon's on fire. And I lost because I think one of my Patapons died. And I was supposed to keep the whole team safe. So I can't even do a free fucking... I can't do the 3rd wave. Bummer. Use the barracks to edit your team formation inside the hideout, select equipment. I even decided to, you know, stay a little bit on the loading screens, because they do have some useful information. So far you just have to, you know, practice all of your command inputs. This game is like Monster Hunter a little bit, except it's a rhythm game. And I already have the new Monster Hunter, can't wait to play it. Precisely hit 4 beats on the corresponding command for an explosive perfect that kicks off hero mode. Yeah, so for this guy it's defense. For the other 2 it's attack. You can also do charge attacks, which are different, and some Patapons do completely different attacks when they're charged. And yeah, it comes in handy sometimes. Not too often. So I played this game a fuck ton as a kid. On my PSP. I had a PSP Street. I'm kinda sad I actually got rid of that thing. I sold it for a very shitty price. I think honestly, keeping it in pristine condition, I could have sold it right now for a much bigger price than I sold it back then. But I wouldn't want to sell it anyway, I would have just kept it. And I had Patapon 3 on my PSP, I had Vice City Stories, I had Crash Team Racing, I had some other games I can't remember. Sonic Rivals. I didn't get any of the fucking Metal Gear games. Thought nice. Don't know what I was doing. I don't know. Hard to remember why exactly I did that. Maybe for the lulz. Yeah, but it was funny. Ow, my eyes. You know, with my current setup for my Patapons on the save, they're really powerful. And I could easily progress the main story, but I really want to get a legendary axe for my hero Patapon, because he's just simply using an upgraded basic axe, a stagger axe I believe it's called, or a repel axe, I'm not sure. It's an axe that has a chance to push enemies back, and it's upgraded to like level 17. And that's cool and all, and I think it has a chance to set enemies on fire as well. That's cool and all, but I want a legendary one. They'll look up all badass and shit. Which on my first save file, basically during this let's play I'm trying to copy exactly how I played last time, because I felt like it was actually a pretty good setup. The Patapon Pato is to run away. It's useful when, you know, you fight a boss fight and you know that he's winding up an attack. So you run away from it. Doesn't work always. Sometimes you have to jump to avoid an attack. And sometimes the attack is just unavoidable and your safest bet is just to guard and take it. A critical spear. And a wide awake horse. We don't have horses yet. Ice shoulders. Those are shoulder pads for Decapons, the big Patapons with hammers, which I'll have 2 of them in my team soon enough. They're pretty good. I think they're just basic upgrades to Patapons. They don't have as much defense, but they have a lot of damage, which is good. They still wield shields, and they can still guard. They just can't do perfect guards like the hero Patapon. Basically make yourself invulnerable to anything. What's this? Why is there an owl on it? All clear of giants, this is our chance. First, traverse the field of giants and seek the caves of Valor. The caves of Valor? An evil resides from the vessel, released from the vessel, slumbers in this cave. What evil be that? A devil or a monster? Like a sin? I don't remember. We unleashed the sin. Nor do I can't remember anything before being turned to stone. We all have amnesia. This will be a side effect of the legendary power of a hero's remains which freed you from the stone's curse. Losing memory. Like the new Yakuza game, where Majima lost his memory, I guess. Or maybe you're just forgetful. Dumbass. Safety issues aside, let us visit the Caves of Valor and gaze upon the self-proclaimed evil. In the Caves of Valor. That's the spirit. Here goes. Remember, in the opening cutscene, there were these like sprites, like colorful spirits flying around? Those are the main antagonists, I guess. The game didn't really didn't really do a good job explaining it, but they're all representative of some kind of sin. 7 deadly sins, I guess. Though some of them I don't think are sins, but like you will see a motive in this game of like a team in this game of like sins, 7 deadly sins. You know, you have gluttony, you have wrath, lust, I think is also one, greed, I don't know, laziness isn't really a sin, but there's like a character who's supposed to be all lazy and shit. Pride. I don't know, there's some other ones I guess towards the end. There's a really cool plot in this game about like all the evil hero Patapons we haven't met yet. This is a cool practice because we're supposed to beat the shit out of this pile of dirt. And we also have to make sure not to get hit by the big boulder that's being shot out by a cannon. Later, when you become powerful, it's worth revisiting these stages and maxing them out because you can get keys out of it, which are useful for side activities. I mean, side missions that require keys. Because the only normal version to get the keys is to do multiplayer, but I can't do multiplayer while playing on an emulator, so So the only alternative I have to get the keys is to do these missions. Yes, I played this game a lot as a kid, and I told you about my setup from when I was a kid. My hero Patapon was an upgraded archer Patapon. Really good one. I honestly think I would like to replay this game and to use the same setup I had as a kid, or at least try to. I think that'd be pretty cool. My Patapon with the shield, not the hero one, but the normal one, became a Patapon with a big shield, just to tank all the damage. Oh, we got a hammer, a lightning hammer, pretty cool. My spear Patapon, just like every time I played this game, became a horse Patapon. And then my archer became a wizard. I'm kind of curious about whether you can make the wizard really powerful, because when I was using the wizard Patapon as a kid, I only gave him a healing wand, which deals like basically no damage almost. It's really weak, but it can heal you, which is good. But when I was playing this game, even on this playthrough, I got like way better wands. I kept getting wands for some reason. Whenever I tried to get like some good legendary equipment, I would get fucking wizard equipment, which I'm not even using a wizard, so those are useless to me, but I would get like a really good wand, and I was kind of curious, like, I wonder if the wizard's secretly fucking powerful as fuck. It just depends on what wand you're using. This is probably the hardest challenge in my opinion, because you have to keep up for these orbs. You have to march forward and practice jumping. And a little bit of a tip is that you can move the camera left and right, just to kind of see what's up ahead and what's behind you, I guess. And when you're doing this challenge, I recommend looking forward a little bit. Kind of messed up here, but whatever. You can see the orbs that are coming your way, and you can act accordingly ahead of time. Here you go, you get to jump. It's not often you get to jump and pick stuff up like you do in this challenge. Most of the time, the jump command is used to dodge. Whoops, I really messed up this time. I guess it's a victory, but I don't consider that a victory. It was fucking horrible. I didn't even get to the first checkpoint. Yeah, it's most of the time used for avoiding attacks that like cover the ground. Like, let's say when you fight a dragon and he starts breathing fire all over the ground. It's worth using the jump command. Oh man, it's really late. I want to play Monster Hunter, but I gotta edit these fucking episodes. None of my videos, none of my Patapon Let's Plays edited or even has thumbnails made yet, so I'll have to do that today. Fucking shit. So yeah, they recently added this game to PlayStation Plus collection. So if you got PlayStation Plus, you can check out this game for yourself and play it. I super recommend it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Maybe doesn't make it top 10, but it's definitely in like top 20 favorite games of all time. I know the top 3 favorite games of all time. It's Borderlands 2, Crash Bandicoot 2, Team Fortress 2. I played a fucking million games throughout my life, and honestly, it's kind of hard to come up with 10 that I like the most. But those 3 that I just said always come to mind whenever I'm thinking of my favorite games ever. If Patapon 3 ended up on my list, it would maybe make like number 15 or something like that. And those are all still games I absolutely love. But who knows, maybe it would make like number 9 or something. There you go, I'm doing much better than last time. Bonus 40 seconds. See, I picked up the blue orb and it made me walk way further than I did previously. Picking up red orbs just gives you more time. So basically pick up as many as you can. Uh-oh. Can we make it? No, I can't. Wasted a command. Shit. Also try to keep up fever, because when you're in fever, you walk way further than you normally do. Nice. If you get here really far, there's also like a hidden secret at the end. Because like right now I'm just keep getting these wooden chests. But towards the end of this level, you can get I think it's another hidden song, like another hidden command that you can issue. Also, there's the issue of, you see on the bottom of the screen, they did a really useful thing where they listed all of your commands in case you forget. You have onward, retreat, attack, jump, defend, party. That one we haven't used yet, but and charge. We haven't used party and charge. Party one is a really useful command. You might think it's useless because what the fuck is a party? Like a taunt? Like a little celebration thing? But party has hidden. It has very useful features. If any of your Patapon happens to be frozen, on fire, put to sleep, has poison on them, or is staggered and can't do anything, you just simply do a party command and all of the status alignments go away. If they're frozen, they break free. If they're on fire, they get extinguished. Shit like that, you know? So if any time any of your Patapon gets a status alignment, you just do a party command and it'll get rid of all the status alignment, which is very useful. And a hidden feature of that command is that if you're building up fever, later in the game we're going to be able to do summons. And to do a summon, you have to have fever and keep it for long enough where the fever worm gets filled with like gold. Like as you issue commands, the fever worm slowly becomes golden. But party command makes the fever worm become golden